Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be in a little bit of a different environment. I am in my living room and I'm actually really loving it. Today I thought I would show you how I actually do my makeup. I've been doing my makeup this way since around Thanksgiving and I really been loving it. I've also gotten a lot of compliments on it. People literally stop me. I'm in Sephora, I'm in Target. They're like, girl, your skin's glowy. Your skin looks great, you look radiant. That's the best compliment. You look so happy, you look glowy. And yes, I am happy, but also I think it's the makeup too. So I'm gonna show you what I use and also how I use it. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So I have you zoomed in on my face. I have all of my makeup in my little base travel kit that has a mirror. That's gonna be really handy. So the first thing I'm actually gonna do is prime my face. The one that I'm using is the Chantecaille Cream Anti-Pollution Mattifying Primer. It looks like this. I got this from Nordstrom and I'll have all the products linked down below. But I like this because it's a very smoothing primer. So the first step for this kind of look is to get a very smoothing primer. So something silicone based is preferred. I really like this one because it's not like the gel silicone, but it also does a pretty good job of mattifying me to an extent while making my skin still nice and smooth. So I actually use the most of this one and I think it's because I like the finish on it. I really like the finish on it. It's just very skin-like, natural, dewy, but to help with the longevity and the staying power, because that's kind of similar to a CC cream, honestly, I like to add a little bit of my Charlotte Tilbury. And then I go in with my sponge. This is from Beauty Bakery. I do want to make sure it's blended out very well. I like to focus a lot of the coverage on this part of my face, like the lower part of my face. That's only because that's where most of my discoloration lives. And I actually find that if I spend the time evening out my skin tone during the foundation step, it makes my overall makeup look so much better. And I think that's because I only use concealer to highlight. I don't typically highlight all over my face. I'm only putting concealer parts of my face where I want it to look brighter, which is under my eyes, bridge my nose, etc. So the better I can get it with, so I tend to try to do whatever I have to do to get a flawless look with foundation. One thing I have noticed is that when you build light layers, it also makes things come together more. You look more flawless, things look more seamless. So that's another pro tip. We got our foundation on and I've really been liking just like the color match and everything. I think it looks really great. I'm gonna go in with my concealer. This is the Juvia's Place concealer in the shade 12. This is a big boy, okay? And what I mean by that is she did not come to play. Sis did not come to play. This is like probably this is full coverage. So down the bridge of my nose and just kind of like there. I feel like no one watches makeup videos anymore, but every once in a while, I do like to watch them because I like to see what other people are using. And then also I like to look back through the years and see what I was using 2 years ago, because sometimes you don't need a new concealer. Like, you don't need to try anything new. You just need to use what you were using a couple years ago before you got distracted. So the other thing about this concealer and just in general is you have to blend things out well. All right, so we got our concealer on. The next step is my cream bronzer. Guys, I've really been loving this one. It's from the brand Say. I hope I'm saying that right. Got this at Sephora. It's just a cream bronzer. This is in the shade Deep Bronze. They have multiple colors if you're darker than me. I think they have a shade darker and no, they do have a shade darker and they have multiple lighter shades. So I actually got the brush that it came with. It looks like this is just like a chubby, like little kabuki brush, I guess. And always starting with the light hand first. Try to chisel out my cheekbones there. Now I think like the real tip with this is when you're blending the bronzer, you want to blend up and not down. I had to learn that. I was always blending down and I feel like I didn't really get the cheekbones that I wanted to. And then also just the placement of the bronzer wasn't what I wanted. So blend up and not down. And then I'm also gonna concentrate most of the bronzer towards my ear and not towards my mouth. So that, and then I'm just gonna take a little bit and just kind of like put it around the perimeter of my face. Brought the bronzer a little bit too far over to where I wanted the highlighted section. It's okay, we can fix that with powder and other stuff later. This is the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. I got this on sale for like 50% off. I think I paid like $17 in November, guys. This is such a beautiful palette and I think it's still available. Actually, the only color I've used is this blush here, but it's worth it. And I'm just gonna add that to my cheeks lightly. And what this is gonna do is just kind of create a glow from within, because obviously we're gonna powder and everything in a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose. Just gonna blend out everything a little bit more before I go in and start setting. So I just blended everything out with the same beauty blender, same side. So the powder that I used to set on my under eyes is Translucent Honey from Laura Mercier. I just find the Translucent Honey looks so much better on me. Like, I don't know, I do know what I was doing before Translucent Honey. I was using the regular translucent one, and that one's okay, but I just feel like the honey one has the warmth and the deepness that I need. Down the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and also like, sorry, not my jawline. What is this even called? I'm just trying to carve out where, again, like that cheekbone was. You guys know, we all do it. Once that's done, I'll go in with my powder bronzer. This one is from Liss. It's black owned. This is in the color Strength. It's a matte bronzer. I also really like the Fenty, I think it's called Mocha Mommy. Essentially, you just kind of want like a warmer toned bronzer, and I'm going in with this kind of bigger powder brush, tapping off the excess and just bronzing my face. And I also kind of lightly blend things out in this step. So don't worry about where you put the blush, because that cream blush really just makes us glow from within. We're gonna use another blush, so don't worry about that. This is my girl. I don't think I haven't really used any other blush since I bought this. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Cheek Intense blush. Worth it. She's worth it. If you're my skin tone, even if you're a little lighter than me, I'm telling you, like, she's our girl. And also, this brush is our girl. This is the Bobbi Brown Sheer Powder blush, and I just kind of swirl my brush into both of those. I take my mirror here and I'm just gonna put this on the apples of my cheeks and then pull it back. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. There we go. Pull it back, and then the same thing on this side. So I feel like I actually forgot a step. So I was supposed to add a cream bronzer down my nose, but it's okay. Sometimes I do forget that. So I'm just gonna go in with the powder brush and then also a eyeshadow fluffy brush down the sides of my nose. And essentially what I'm doing with this is trying to make my nose appear a little thinner. Same product, and I just put this on my eyelid. Then the other thing I like to do is take that same sheer powder brush, just swirl it in this a little bit and put that down on the button part of my nose. And I feel like that really brings the warmth into the look. I didn't used to do that, like put blush on the button part of my nose, but I feel like when you're looking at someone and you're looking at someone that's been sun-kissed or out in the sun, their nose usually has a little bit of warmth or redness to it. So, and I feel like this is the perfect shade for that, for my skin tone, because if I went out in the sun all day, I wouldn't be like beet red. I would have kind of like a mauve-y red tint. So I really, really like this. I actually cannot get enough of this blush, honestly. Like, I just want to bathe in it. I did not forget about the girls. Did not forget about the brows. So I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Chocolate. Only because my hair is this color and I feel like my normal dark brown or brunette or whatever it's called now just wouldn't look right. And unpopular opinion, I actually don't try to make my brows perfect anymore. I feel like I used to spend so much time trying to make them look perfect, and I just don't care because it's just not time I want to spend on that. One thing I do though is I try to extend my brow more towards my nose. If you don't know, doing your brows, extending your brow more towards your nose helps your eyes to appear a little closer together. And I don't feel like my eyes are necessarily really close together or really far apart, but I just noticed my brow hair stops growing a little past where I would want it to be. So brows basically frame your face. We know this. They can make your eyes look different. They can make your face shape look different. So that's just how I like to do mine. And this is another step I never used to do, but I tried this on a whim and now I can't live without it. But these will, like, if you're going out, special event, wedding, prom, homecoming, whatever, date with your man, getting caught in the rain, this is the brow gel for you. Brows will not be moved, okay? They will not be shaken. So I'm just gonna lightly set my brows with that. As I have oilier combination skin, we've used a lot of cream products, is a makeup setting spray, and not just anyone. Your girl Charlotte Tilbury comes through, so I'm just gonna spray my face really quick before we do the lips and mascara. The Lancome Lash Idole. I know I said I don't use expensive mascaras, but she's worth it. I can't vouch for a lot of ones, but the Lancome one is worth it. And if I'm not mistaken, one of the things Lancome is known for is their mascaras. All right, our look is coming together. Last thing is the lips. I have 3 lip products, like a 3 lip product combo that I've really, really been liking. I will link everything again in the down bar, but it just really brings the look together. I feel like you could actually leave it like this with the lips and that'd be good and looks great, and I've done that many of times. But lately I've been liking to top it off with a little bit of a lip gloss. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And that is the finished look. Hope that video was helpful for you guys. If you're into like dewy, soft, natural looking makeup, if you have any product recommendations for your girl, let me know. Always looking to incorporate really good other products into my routine. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and be notified when I make a brand new video just like this one, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye.
My love, and another woman that can take your spot, my love.